I've opened up InDesign. I'm going to go to File, New, Document, and I'm going to take off facing pages so that they can be paged through vertically, which is basically your online format. Leave it at 8.5 by 11, and then I'm simply going to click OK. I'm going to save it. So I'll go to File, Save As. I'll put it into my desktop folder with the content so that if I need to keep these files linked, they'll remain so. And I'll call it PDFPortindd. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a master page so I can put a repeating logo and any other content that has to show up on every page of this portfolio. So I've gone to Window and I've brought up my Pages window. So I'll go over and double click on a master. And in here I'm going to go out and import and place maybe my logo art. All right, so I'll go to File, and I'll go to Place, or Command D, and I'll navigate out to my desktop and go to my folder wherever I've put my logo art. I'll put that in like so, and I'm going to right click, and I guess in this case I'm going to go fit content proportionally. All right, so what I did was just scaled it down roughly to the size of the box I dropped on there. Well, I can go to my Move tool now. I can relocate that. I can edit the size of the box. Right? I can double click on it and you'll see the brown box, which allows you to edit the size of the art. So it really is based on your own aesthetic. All right, so now what I'll probably do is introduce a text box. And in here I would put my name, any of pertinent information, email, web address, okay, like so. And this would be really to your own specifications. I'm just going to roughly put that up there like so. This is not for the aesthetics. This is more or less for perhaps design sensibility and how the master page will work. So what this means now is that if I was to go down to page 1, which has been generated by default, and double click, there is that artwork. Now the thing you have to bear in mind is that you don't really want to edit this unless necessary, because once you break the link from a page to the master page, it will no longer offer you the changes from the master to the link page. All right, so that's something you want to bear in mind. So what this allows me to do now is go in and drag as many subsequent pages as I want, and each one has the same information. Okay, so I'm going to go back to page 1. I'll double click to make sure I'm there, not in my masters, and I'm simply going to get my frame box, or hit F on the keyboard. I'll click on that, and I'll just drag a page like so. And I'm going to place my first piece of art in there. So either I'll go to File, Place, or I'll hit Command D, the keyboard quick. This will take me out to my desktop, and in there I'll start to load my artwork. So click on the picture, I'll hit Open, and at this point it really is up to you the size and how you want that to fit. But what I'm simply going to do is right click, and I'm going to choose Fitting and Fit Content proportionally. Okay, like so. All right, I'm going to hit Command S to save. So all I'm going to do now is I'll repeat this process for as many pages as I need. But before I do that, so I don't have to open the links to all this content that I would like to remain the same unless I need to edit it, I'll be able to use the master. I'm simply going to select the box with the art. Okay, I'll hit Command C to copy. I'll go to page 2, and I'll go to Edit, Paste in Place. So what I'm doing now is I'm simply repeating the same image box. And I just got rid of the art that was in that. And that's going to allow me to now place the next element in there. Now, not every portfolio is consistently the same shape, but you may want to maintain a consistency as far as the size. Perhaps you wouldn't want it to go beyond a certain size. And by copying and pasting that static box, it's easier because now you can see that the art I've placed in there has fit perfectly in the context of the box, just like this. Okay, so now I'm going to continue to drag these boxes, and then I'll hit Command Shift V, which is the equivalent of going up to Edit, Paste in Place. And once again, I'll double click to activate the art, and I'll hit delete to get rid of it. The new art would replace it anyway, so this really is maybe not that necessary. So once again, I'm going to place, Command D, and I'll click on the next sample. Okay, oops, Command, let me just get out of that for a second. You want to make sure that the box is selected before you place, so once again, I'll select it, Command D, I'll go to my next art I want to bring in, and so on. So I'm going to Command S to save. So what we'll do next is I'll add a few more pages, and then we'll come back and we'll export this as a PDF. All right, I've imported all the files I need into my portfolio, and now it's just a matter of exporting. So I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to go to Export. And I'm going to go down, and I'm going to choose Interactive. And I'm doing that because I know it's going to compress it as an RGB. It's going to be a very small file size. And that's exactly what we want to be able to email and put on websites for people to access. So I can give it a name. And I'll hit save, and I'm simply going to make sure that all pages is chosen, and then I'll hit the export button, and you can see it'll launch it for us, and here's our portfolio consistent from page to page with the same design.